one, and even if your child isn't the victim of a bully, research is finding that it's important to teach all children how to stand up for those who are being bullied. One way to open up communication with your child is about this difficult topic being by using superhero comics. And I recently spoke to a bullying prevention expert, Jasmine Williams, about that and other advice for standing up to a bully. All right, Jasmine, let's start with just how do you talk to your kids about bullying? What is the first step?
That's a great question. So it's a really difficult conversation to have, and parents have a lot on their plate right now. Right now, a lot of parents are the primary educators with school being online. And so at Community for Children, we've designed a public awareness campaign, Captain Compassion, that helps parents start the conversation through an engaging comic series.
I want to jump into now too that you're talking about this comic series and something, way to kind of break the ice and talk about it. I know one of the important aspects of this that you wanted to talk about today too is bystander behavior, because we know that a lot of people witness this, especially in schools. There are things that other kids should be doing or that they can do. What do you want people to know?
So I think it's important that we know how powerful being a bystander is. When bystanders intervene, we can reduce bullying by up to 50%. So it's important to teach kids how to activate that bystander power to recognize, refuse, and report bullying. And that's what we do through our original comic strip series at captaincompassion.org.
And then I know that it's important to really empower our own children, that if somebody is bullying them, to be able to speak up and to deal with them in an appropriate way. It's hard though. I have two kids and you don't want them to do the same thing as a reaction, but you also want them to be strong and to say, this is not something that I'm going to accept. What do you suggest people do or kids do?
We get that question often because it's really hard for kids sometimes and adults to stand up for yourself. Sometimes it's easier to stand up for others. And so what we really encourage people to do is to understand what bullying is and to really feel confident in their ability to stop bullying. So the more confident that kids feel that their actions actually make a difference, the more likely they are to stand up to bullying when they see it. So we also encourage adults to follow through with your school's policies and procedures regarding bullying. As a parent, really listen to your kids and have open lines of communication and advocate for them if they do report that they're being bullied at school.
I know a lot of times maybe it's your kid, that's being the bully, and maybe you don't recognize that. How do you recognize if your child is the one? Because a lot of times other parents don't want to necessarily, tell you if your child is doing something that might be hurting their child's feelings or, taking it a step further.
Yeah, that's one of the most difficult positions to be in as a parent. And it's often hard to accept that your child might be the one engaging in the bullying behavior. I think it's really important that we remember that bully is not a noun. We don't want to label kids as bullies, and that bullying is a behavior that can be prevented when we teach kids how to solve problems in pro-social ways, when we consistently communicate with them about how to have positive relationships with others, and again, how to stand up to bullying when they see it.
Jasmine, thank you for joining us this morning. We sure do appreciate it. All right, and again, for more information on Captain Compassion and how to prevent bullying, go to fox59.com/link, or at least starting to have the conversation where, regardless if you feel like your child's being bullied, maybe you don't know it, but maybe your child is actually the bully. So got to talk to our kids. Jim?